Hi guys, it's Design with Goody, and today we're going to talk about how to create a comprehensive color palette, how to create light and dark shades of colors. So the first thing I'm going to do is to label my colors from 0 to 100. You can follow this pattern. So the trick to getting these shades of color is to adjust your lightness to exactly the value on your color shade. So this is what I'm doing over here. I'm adjusting the lightness to the value of my shade, and let me quickly show you with the tertiary color. I'm going to duplicate all this shades and paste it beside my tertiary color so that I can adjust the colors to fit my tertiary color, and then I'm going to start adjusting the lightness and saturation. So after copying and pasting, the next thing I'm going to do is to copy the properties of my tertiary color and paste the properties on all the shades of colors so that it reflects my tertiary color, and then I can start adjusting the saturation and the lightness. After pasting the properties on my tertiary color, you can see that it's reflected my tertiary color. So now I'll make sure that my fill is set to HSL, and now I'm going to start adjusting the saturation, the lightness. So I'm going to be making this 5 according to my label, and I'm basically going to do the same for all my labels. I'm going to set this one to 0. This is the first one, which is very dark, and set this 10 to 10. Set the 15 to 15. So I'm basically just adjusting the lightness at this point just to give me a lighter shade even as we go. I'm going to be adjusting just the lightness at this point until I get to 100, but in some cases I might need to reduce the saturation, and I'm going to show you that shortly. But for here, just make sure you are adjusting the lightness because the saturation is already set to 2. After adjusting all my saturation to 100, as you can see from left to right, we now have a dark to light shade of my secondary color. So I'm going to go ahead and do repeat the same process for my neutral and my neutral variance color. So let me quickly show you where you can adjust the saturation just to fit your colors. So for my secondary color, I adjusted only the lightness until I reached 70, and then from 80 I started adjusting the saturation. I reduced the saturation so that it's going to give me lighter shades. So in this case, you can adjust your saturation if you're trying to get a very much lighter shade of color. So go ahead and do the rest for your error color, success color, warning color, and yeah. So this is the result of our color palette, and it came out nice and clean and beautiful. So you can go ahead and apply these principles next time you're creating your color palette to come up with lighter and darker shades. Thank you. Bye.